I have a question. Can you hear me?
We're live.
We are?
Yes.
Yeah, we are live. And what's up, everybody?
And hi, hello, welcome all to tonight's episode of Unpopular Reviews, Friday Night Smackdown Review Results Show with myself, the Wrestling Doll, and my companion for the night, the Ultimate Fan. How are we
Hello,
doing?
how's everybody doing? BX day. How's everybody doing? New York City, stand up, New York City.
Well, New York City can stand up even though tonight's show took place at Ohio. But it wasn't bad. It wasn't a bad SmackDown. I'm not going to say it was the greatest SmackDown of all time, as Mike Knoxxx would say, describing a certain current WWE superstar that is out on their honeymoon right now. But it was decent at best. Some decent build up for Hell in a Cell.
Can't you believe it? Hell in a Cell this Sunday.
Yes, Hell in a Cell is this Sunday, and luckily I will actually be able to catch it live as it's happening this time. Thank God.
Good. Are you gonna be watching it?
Yeah, I'm gonna be
Good.
watching it. I pay my $4.99 a month for Peacock.
I thought it was $9.99 a month.
No, they brought it down from 10 to 5, so
That's good.
yeah, exactly. That's why it's a good thing, and I have people using it. So
I'm gonna be watching it too.
well,
I'm gonna be
with
on.
with predicting of who we want to win, what we want to see happen, we got to keep focused on what's going to happen.
You're gonna be watching it where, Patrick?
I'm gonna be like after my friend during my friend's party. I'm gonna be watching it.
Yeah, it better be at a party since the executive consultant is gonna be in town, and of course, everybody from UPR should be watching it together. If that's the case, right? You would think. You would think.
I'm gonna be with my friend, so my friend go put it on. It's a birthday weekend, so you know.
Yeah, so was mine a few weeks ago.
Your birthday, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Your birthday
When's
is
my birthday? When's my birthday, October boy? When is my birthday?
Your birthday is May 15th.
Oh, okay.
I know.
Okay.
But the day after, it's a strange day for me because the day
Barbara.
after, huh?
Don't talk about that. Where was Barbara?
Yeah.
Where were you for my birthday?
Where was I for your birthday? I was probably working.
Answer that question again so I can get you on camera recorded for the lies you're about to tell. Where were you for my birthday and what did we do for my birthday?
I was probably working. You probably went out and partied.
Okay, that's probably accurate.
It's not that hard to figure you out. Hi, Jack. I saw the comments.
Where's Jack? Jack is the man. That's my brother.
Right here.
Hey, Jack. Bad guy Jack. He's the man.
Yes, he's the man, and I am, as he called me on Tuesday, his honorary tag member for NXT reviews, which I'm happy.
Good.
Speaking of tags,
we
got to get into everything that happened tonight. And the first thing that we had was a 6-man tag match between the Drew Day, which consisted of the New Day, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston, with Drew McIntyre, against the Brawling Brutes, Sheamus, Ridge Holland, and their rabbit dog named Butch.
Did you like it? I did. Like the match was okay.
The match was okay. I, of course, like watching the New Day, and I like watching Drew McIntyre. I don't like watching Pete Dunne act like a dog. And I
No,
and
to
I
pick it. Go ahead. Sorry.
no, it's
Go
fine.
ahead.
I don't mind
Um,
Ridge. I don't care for him. I don't mind him. Sheamus, he does what he does best, which is being a heel, being a pain in the ass, and
you know what I like about Pete Dunne? I like about his character feeds into him, like Butch. The name Butch sound like it's Pete Dunne because Pete Dunne he's taking that Butch character. Well, Butch is taking the character to what it's looking like today. I like it. I kind of feeding into it. I'm like, when I first
well,
heard
I
the
mean,
name
like I
Butch,
did say,
I'm like,
the picture they used for his logo at NXT was a pit bull, so now they're turning him into an actual one.
it looks nice though. He's a Butch. They call him Butch for a reason. 'Cause he's a terrier. He's going
They're
around
gonna
beating
do
up
what they
people. I
want with
like
the
it.
name.
I'm
Nothing we
feeling
can
it.
do about it.
I'm freaking feeling it. I love it.
But yeah, match wasn't bad. Wasn't the greatest. Wasn't the worst. It was alright for me.
At first, I thought neither was gonna win, but
Yeah, you would think. But I guess they just wanted to make it even, kind of.
hmm yeah,
Like,
that might.
like they were saying, like, oh, we weren't prepared for Drew to come out here to be your secret tag team partner. Now we're prepared, so we're gonna kick your ass, and that's exactly what they did.
Yep. I enjoyed the match. The match was good. I'm happy that Butch won. I'm kind of liking Butch. He's grown on me a little bit. He's grown on me.
Well, he can grow on as many people as he wants. He's just not growing on me, but
Mm.
it's not the biggest thing in the world if I don't like it, because a lot of other
Mhm.
people do. At the end of the day, it's my opinion. If I want to watch him act like a rabid dog, I'll just keep watching SmackDown.
Yeah.
And if I don't, I'll just watch old episodes of NXT.
I think he's pretty good.
Yes, it is. Just ask Jack.
hmm Yep.
And then after that, we get to Kayla backstage talking to the newly formed, as of last week or the week before, Riddle and Shinsuke Nakamura to go after the undisputed tag team champions, the Usos. And that even though Riddle says, even though Shinsuke's no Randy, and Shinsuke says, even though Riddle's no Rick Boobs, they're fine with working together with one thing in common, with one goal, bringing the Usos down and becoming the new undisputed tag team champions, which you can't bet against the Usos. You really can't bet against anybody in the bloodline. That's just rule number one now. That's how I
That's a
feel.
fact. That's
Even
true.
if you don't care for them, if you're placing bets, if you bet against them, then you're an idiot.
Also, they all gonna find a way to win. They good. I like this.
I mean, 12 years in the game now, they know what they're doing.
Yeah. I remember when they first started. I remember when they had the. You remember that wrestling dog when they first started? They had the face paint.
I've seen one or
What's
two
that?
matches
Yeah.
of theirs with the face paint, so I do know what you're talking about.
At that time, I couldn't tell who was
They
who. I'm
were in
like,
there
who the
for
hell is
total
who?
Divas. Hmm?
At that time, I couldn't tell who was who.
Maybe that was the idea. Like with the
Like,
Bella twins when they would do the twin magic.
yeah, that was dope. I liked that.
And speaking of people walking in, we get another backstage segment with Adam Pearce on the phone about the upcoming six-pack women's match for the number one contender for the SmackDown Women's Championship match with Natalya, Shayna Baszler, Aaliyah, Shotzi, Xylee, and Raquel Rodriguez, with Max Dupree walking in, getting into Pierce's
Brave.
face, saying that he's looked all over the blue brand, last week for his next big star for his Maximum Male Model Agency. And he doesn't like Pierce at all and is basically just saying, you don't make the cut. I found somebody perfect. You're just going to find out next week just like everybody else.
I'm interested to see who's gonna be in the. I'm interested to see who's gonna make the cut. Who do you
From
think
what
will make
I've
the
read
cut?
from Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Who do you think is gonna make the cut?
Well, from what I've read and heard and seen, there were dark matches involving Mansoor and either T-Bar or Mace. I don't know if it's going to be one of them, or maybe it'll be someone else that's backstage that we haven't really seen too much of to be brought in as a surprise. You never know with the creative team at WWE. Either it's a hit or a miss.
That's true.
Then they show us a little quick hype promo of Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes for Hell in a Cell, which is going to be one of the banger matches of the whole premium live event, in my opinion.
That's gonna be a good match. I'm looking forward to that match.
It will be. And speaking of matches, and I'm not saying this one's a good one, this one's an alright one. You have Humberto from Los Lotharios going against Jinder Mahal. I have a question. Are the Lotharios, are they faces now?
It seems I didn't understand. Yeah, it seems like they faces. I'm like, one minute they heal, the next minute they
Because they keep
faces.
going against Jinder Mahal and Shanky. I don't know what's going on.
Jinder Mahal, he's a heel.
Yeah, he's a heel. They're supposed to be heels. I don't know what's going on with this.
Maybe,
I don't know if they're trying to work their way up to trying to go after the Usos for those tag belts. I don't know what's going on in this thing.
Me neither. Maybe Lotharius is working face. And maybe Jinder Mahal. We could see. We saw in tonight's match, Jinder Mahal with the heel.
I kind of have a feeling that they're going to. I don't know if they're going to split Shanky and Jinder up. I mean, they gave Shanky ring gear for the first time in I don't know how long. They have him doing his own thing. It's like a Madcap Moss Corbin thing this time with those two.
They should. They really should. Because Jinder Mahal, he's in a class of his own. I remember when he was WWE World Champion. He was great in those years. 2016, he was good.
He sucked.
Hayden. Jinder Mahal, one of my
many
favorite.
words from
the modern day Maharaja
of Unpopular Review, the tribal chief of this channel, the executive consultant. And if I don't announce him like that, he'll be unhappy. So I just do it just to do it. But after the match, what made somebody happy was Shanky finally got to dance again, and he danced again for Samantha Irving. And this time she actually got up and joined them for a bit.
I wonder how did Ricochet feel about that.
Yeah, it's just a promo.
I know.
It's not like they're going to use him to get in the middle of this and interfere. I mean, it's not like he's trying to go after her in a romantic interest way. And besides, even if it were, it's a work.
True,
I know. On-screen couples and your off-screen couples, so.
Yep.
Even right down to the signs. Did you see there was somebody in the crowd with an ice Shanky sign? I love that. I thought that was funny.
How did I see that? Who? You know who I want to know? Though, who the lady Lotharius? Who the lady that
I don't know.
Kiss? She's
any
beautiful.
Of the ladies that get kissed by those two, I don't know who any of them are.
I'm going. If I find that lady, I'm going to study her DMs.
I don't know.
Search her Instagram for me so I can study her DM.
I don't know. I'm not interested to know. And I am planning on going to the taping that's happening in my town next month.
Smackdown?
I'm going to try to get like a seat close to the stage. I just hope I don't get picked to be the kiss cam girl. Because I don't want to rub my face with acid.
Chris, I hope you pick her, okay?
He's trying to get me on that freaking camera. He said that one of the times we were talking about. I was like, no. Like I said,
you'd be popular.
I'd rather wash my face with acid over having those two kiss my face.
You'd be popular though.
I'll live.
Heck, if I get kissed by Trish Stratus or Sasha Banks, what? I'd be heaven.
Yeah, those are good people to get kissed by. Los Lotharios. Ugh, no.
If I get kissed by Jay Cargill, I'll be La La
You get kissed
Land.
by Jade Cargill, someone in this group is going to hunt you down and
I'll
murder
be La
you.
La Land. No,
You'll
no,
be in La La Land, and this
they
one
can
will
have
be
Jay Cargill.
out of La La
I'll
Land.
take Bianca Belair. Yeah, I'll be La La Land. I'll be somewhere in.
Hey, Bianca Belair over Jade Cargill for me any day.
Huh?
I said Bianca Belair over Jade Cargill for me any day. But speaking of women,
Now you very cool wrestling dog. No wonder you cool. You straight
thank
cool.
you.
You know the vibes. All right,
Thank
come
you.
on.
Next, they bring out the 6 women for the 6-pack challenge to determine the number 1 contender for Ronda Rousey for the SmackDown Women's Champion. Well, it seems like it's going to be 6 until Shotzi had locked Aaliyah in the locker room because she did that to Shotzi last week. Listen, you do one thing to somebody, they're going to do the same thing right back to you. But it didn't even matter for Shotzi anyways because she's not the one that won. Raquel did all the work, only for Natalya to take the pin. Is it weird that I actually had a feeling she was going to win solely because of the fact that she debuted new ring gear?
Who, Natalya?
Yes.
I didn't expect her to win. I really didn't. I thought Raquel was going to win.
It's the most revealing thing she's worn.
That was good. That was good. I'm
into
happy for her. I'm happy she won.
It's good that she won, mainly because they're revisiting something that they've done before. So it's kind of like, give her somebody new to go after. But I kind of wish they went with Shayna for that.
No, Raquel.
No, not Raquel. Shayna, because of the history that they have with each other.
Yeah, I will have going Shayna too. I thought Shayna was going to win too. I really thought that Shayna was going to win, but then they swerve. Like I swerve.
When's the last time that they booked Shayna Baszler recently on WWE main roster? And don't say it was with her and Nia for the tag team champions.
It was, I don't know.
Exactly. She was much better booked in NXT, being a dominant 2-time NXT.
I loved her NXT. No. Yeah, I was a fan of her work at NXT. Even on the main roster, I think she could. I think she could go for a single title. I would prefer her over Ronda Rousey. I prefer Shayna Baszler over Ronda Rousey. Shayna Baszler, one of my top favorites, because she's been in the game since years. Before WWE, she used to wrestle
for a fairly decent time.
She used to wrestle way before. She used to wrestle for Shimmer. You heard of Shimmer? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But after the match ends, Ronda just walks into the ring, gets in Natalya's face, and just smirks at her like, yeah, you might be my next opponent, but who says you're going to be that good a match, basically, is what she's saying. Like,
oh my Lord, I can't wait till Ronda Rousey leaves again.
Well, the question is,
she's still
as the they have, or are they going to drop that belt from Ronda to because of unfortunate circumstances that happened?
Say it again. Repeat that.
Well, who are they going to drop it to now that what they had planned isn't happening?
She could drop it to someone. I'll be happy if she drop it to Natalya. And then Natalya and Shayna Baszler could go for a little hot feud.
Well, they're still apparently going to try to make the whole women's tag team match thing happen, which we all know is probably not going to happen unless they bring people up from NXT, because there's nobody left in SmackDown for the championships other than Natalya and Shayna. And as for Raw, Doudrop and Nikki Ace.
Doudrop and Nikki
literally the only 2 teams that we have, and one of them isn't really technically a team.
What about Liv and Carmella and Zelina? They split.
Carmella and Zelina split since after WrestleMania, and Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley split ages ago.
I know that. I knew that. I'm talking about Zelina and Carmella. Zelina had a surgery.
They split after WrestleMania because they lost.
They didn't really split after WrestleMania. they'll split like normal people. They'll split, then they get right back up. They split, then they get right back together. Last time I checked, they were right back together, and then
I haven't
maybe
seen a thing of those two being back together other than a little match to try to get them to go for the belts, but they don't need to go for the tag belts.
because they're not allowed. Because WWE is shady for that. You know that?
It was shady, but guess what? Creative sometimes makes bad decisions.
Vic does like tag team wrestling.
Oh, look, we got Jack's best friend, Jeffrey, here.
Hmm.
He says Natty
Hey,
winning was
Jeffrey.
unexpected, and that all of Ronda's friends in the match were who trained with her, Shane and Natalia, and apparently Zelina is injured. And that's why we haven't seen her for a hot minute.
Oh, interesting.
And speaking of things to see for a hot minute, let's play a quick little commercial and we'll be right back.
I told you coming here was a bad idea.
They're my parents.
Hello, they locked you in a tower. Wasn't she supposed to kiss Prince Charming and break the spell? Like to know how it could get any worse.
Hello, Harold. We need to talk.
Actually, Fairy Godmother.
You remember my son, Prince Charming? Fiona and Charming will be together.
That's Mike Myers.
Oh, let's keep them. Say what? Come on, donkey, look at him.
Eddie Murphy.
I'm melting! I'm melting!
Cameron Diaz.
Shrek?
And Antonio Banderas.
For you, baby, I could be.
Shrek 2.
Yo. What's going on, man? This is your UPI Universe. This is your man, Steven Willie Raymond, and I'm coming to you with this week's What Makes Famous Famous. Man, the first thing that made famous famous this week, can we hurry up and get the motherfucking Judgment Day to hurry up and beat the shit out of this fake new Bullet Club / whatever we got with AJ Styles and Finn Balor and Liv Morgan, please. I'm getting tired of this shit already. The second thing that made famous this week in the world of wrestling. Let's keep it all the way funky, man. This whole thing with MJF and Tony Khan, we all know it's bullshit, even though they went to the extent of taking his merch off the website, taking them off the roster and everything. It's a way to make, MJF look like one of the most badass heels ever, and I think it's actually going to turn him white hot and make him a baby face now in the AEW wrestling. But the thing that made Demon Steamer about the MJF pipe bomb, not a damn thing, man. Not a damn thing. Third thing that made Demon Steamer this week, man. Let's talk about it, man. Can we talk about it? Man, not a damn thing. Third thing that made Demon Steamer this week, man. Let's talk about it, man. Can we talk about it? Y'all want to talk about it? I want to talk about it. Y'all want to talk about it. Let's talk about the way WWE is positioning Riddle, man, to be like the next Randy Orton and Randy retires, man. Like, let's say Riddle is about to be a future 14-time champion as well. It's dope, though. When he does that jump RKO again, like, I need him to, like, turn more, though, because he's kind of botching it a little bit, and it's not making the moves look as, amazing as it should. The fourth thing made Demon Steamer this week. Let's get to it. The fact that they put the women's tag titles up and they, like, for vacancy, like, we know Naomi and them worked out on y'all asses. We know everybody else that y'all get is going to be secondary champions. And we don't let them house. Yeah, I said it. We don't let them house. Then the fifth and final thing that made Demon Steamer this week is that we didn't see the Tribal Chief at all yet on TV, man. I did help them win, man. He was in the ring and all that, but we haven't seen him. And I want my Tribal Chief. He's your Tribal Chief. He's my Tribal Chief. He's our Tribal Chief. And that's this week's What Makes Demon Steamer, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in, man.
And we are back after that commercial break and all the things that made Demon Steamin' this week.
Demon Steamer. That was a good one. He always got something steaming in the oven. He always got something beaming and steaming. Be sure to check it out once a week.
Sure to check it out. And speaking of things to check out, Michael Cole quickly announced from the break that The Bella twins will be the Grand Marshal for the NASCAR Sonoma race on Sunday, June 12th. So congrats to them. And then we get a quick little thing of Lacey Evans' story, and that apparently she's coming back to SmackDown next week. I feel bad for this woman because they don't know what to do with her. I'm reading that they put her on SmackDown to be a face. They're putting her on Raw to be a heel. They're bringing her back on SmackDown, and apparently she's going to be a heel again, even though they quote unquote can't make her human, essentially, which is stupid.
See,
like if y'all didn't know what to do with her, why'd you bring her back in the first place?
Yeah, exactly. You see, this is why WWE they about to hit the panic button.
Haven't they hit the panic button already weeks ago or months ago? Probably maybe a year or two ago.
They got to hit the panic button. They got reset. Hopefully, you see that walkout between with Sasha Banks and Naomi. There should be a wake up call for WWE, but they're not going to get to their thick skulls. It's Vince and them. They're not going to get it to their thick skull. Chris, what you in here for?
I'm trying to figure out what should be a wake up call for WWE.
That's why the roster is almost short now. There's barely any tag team wrestlers on the roster.
Make it make sense.
There's barely any tag There's barely any tag for the women's division. There's barely any tag wrestlers.
When did they ever have a large amount of women wrestling tag teams?
It seemed like almost a year ago.
Really?
Like Ruby, the Riot Squad was a good one.
The Riot Squad's been broken up for quite some time.
I know, but the Riot Squad was a good faction.
So, what exactly do you think they should have did with Sasha and Naomi?
They should have done more stuff with then they should have done a little bit more.
But you just said there were no tag teams.
Well, they wanted to help elevate the tag team division.
How are they elevating it? How are they elevating it?
They can have a match. They can have a little feud with Doudrop and Nikki Ash, and they could also have a little feud with Zelina Vega and Carmella.
Yeah. Sure, Patrick. That was the deal. Okay. All right.
Now get out of here, Chris.
He already left. And speaking of people that were almost gotten out of here but came right back, we have Madcap with a new look, no suspenders. He's got boots, he's got trunks, he's got knee pads, looking like a serious wrestler. He's not kidding around. He's coming in to kick Corbin's ass and destroy him the same way that man destroyed him 3 weeks ago.
He almost did it too.
Yeah, he almost did it too, getting him disqualified from the impromptu match that Adam Pearce made, to the point where after the match had ended, Corbin was like, "Oh, you're gonna suspend him. You're gonna have him pay a fine, right? That's what you're gonna do." Like, no. What we're gonna do is we're gonna have both of you in a match at Hell in a Cell, no holds barred. So y'all can do whatever the hell you want to each other, and we're not gonna ring the bell until one of you is pinned or submission.
Damn, yeah, that match is gonna be a little bit brutal.
A little.
You know, I want to get off topic a little bit here. This may sound Hell in a Cell used to represent things, but now I don't like the pay-per-view name itself.
The premium live event.
Yeah, I don't like the name itself. Not every match should be defended in Hell in a Cell. I know it's gonna be like the match that I could see that's going to be defended Hell in a Cell inside the Hell in a Cell would be it should be Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins, because they have a good feud right there.
They are gonna be in a cage.
Okay, good. And I hope not the triple threat match. Bobby Lashley and Bobby
And
Lashley
only
versus Omos.
MVP.
They should not be inside the cage. They should not be inside the cell. That'd be a waste of time.
You mean
That'd be pointless.
you mean a
That'd
waste
be
of time and a waste of putting
pointless.
that together, considering the fact that Omos could probably push Lashley out of there again?
That too, yeah, that'd be pointless for the South.
Hey, I'm not the one that does all this.
They should rename. They should rename Hell in a Cell pay per view. They should.
To what?
Maybe probably like bring back like Bad Blood or No Way Out or Vengeance or the classic one. You know what I mean.
I don't know. The
The
phrase Hell in a
classic
Cell
one.
just sounds kind of, it sticks with you.
I wish I was a billionaire, so I wish I was I wish I was like I wish I had $20 billion right now. I would try to take WWE. I would try to buy WWE from Vince. All right, moving along.
Yeah, moving along. We got some more comments from Jack's best friend. He says they had something going on. It's falling off the wagon with Lacey. Just let her wrestle. Yeah, let the woman wrestle already. She's got some talent. Hopefully they don't have her go back to being the whole 50 sailor thing they have going on with her, acting like everybody's a nasty. Like, that was kind of boring and stale. They should have had more teams line up for the first for the championships, and this is how Madcap should have been presented. Yes, he should have, but like we've been saying, creative is as fickle as wrestling fans. Ironic because they don't listen to the wrestling fans that much, even though they should sometimes. And then we get Kayla backstage with the undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions, the Usos, talking about possibly sending Riddle and Nakamura to the ICU tonight. With the way things went, they sent one of them to possibly the ICU. And they also mock Riddle for dedicating the match to Randy. They dedicated the match to Roman. They say that the bloodline will be dripped and remain champions pretty much now and forever, that Nakamura and Riddle are the twos and they're the ones.
Put your ones up.
Don't look at me, I'm not doing it.
Why?
Because I don't acknowledge the bloodline.
You don't what about Roman?
No.
Put your ones up. Okay, do it low key. Yeah, put your ones up.
No.
Yeah.
Elvis can do it in the chat. I'm not doing it.
Come on, everybody in the chat. Put your ones up. Everybody, put your ones up.
There you go.
Good job. Good job.
Then, speaking of said bloodline, we have the main event of the night, the tag match between said teams that we were just discussing, which, like I was saying earlier to you before we started, rule number 1 in WWE nowadays, if you're going to bet, you don't bet against the Usos. You can't bet against the quote-unquote greatest tag team wrestlers of all time, which their reign is boring. I'm annoyed. I want to see somebody else. I'm getting bored of them and Roman, but with how over they are, they're not going to have them stop for like maybe a year and a half, or maybe 2 tops. Probably have a very long reign like Walter. But the match was good. Unfortunately, Nakamura got very injured on his left leg and he couldn't keep going on his knee. He couldn't keep going. So they basically turned into a handicap match, and Riddle was looking really strong. Like, I felt like
he was.
Yeah, like it had me thinking, if he's not able to get the tag team belts with somebody, he could be a strong contender to go up against Roman in the future as revenge for every tag partner that he gets, they destroy.
Yeah, I'm sure. I feel bad for Matt Riddle. Yo, that was
Feels bad for Matt
crazy.
Riddle for that. You saw what happened the last time that they destroyed one of his partners? Children were crying in the audience.
F them kids. That's what you're trying to say.
Hey, good Lord, you sound like
Through
one
their
of these
feelings.
when I made that picture with Lashley.
Huh?
I'm saying you sound like somebody in the chat.
I'm just joking.
Or made a
joking
picture
about that.
saying F those kids, but involving Lashley during his and the Goldberg story before Crown Jewel.
That was a good one. I have a question. Whatever happened to Dolph Ziggler? He left WWE, right?
He's still in WWE. They're just not using him. And as for Robert Roode, he's been wrestling more dark matches by himself. The latest thing I heard, he and his brother were at a comedy thing in LA.
We gotta talk after this show. You gotta talk. I'm gonna. I'm seeing something. Okay. All right, cool. All right, let's move on. Yeah, but that main event match was good. It was. There was some spots. I'm like, wait, because I remember I went downstairs and I was making me some spaghetti because I was hungry. I didn't eat anything from all day. And then 5 minutes into the match, like almost 8 minutes into the match, I'm like, what happened to Shinsuke? They said that Shinsuke got injured. And then they said that Shinsuke was injured. And I'm like, ah, crap. There goes Matt Riddle, who's going to get jumped. I heard about that. He's backstage at AEW.
Well, his brother is in AEW, so makes sense.
Who's his brother?
Ryan Nemeth, the Hollywood hunk.
Oh.
Even I knew that. And I hardly watch it.
No, AEW is on right now. TNT, that's why. Because I thought I saw this guy that looked like Dolph Ziggler. I'm like, wait,
yeah,
Dolph
you
Ziggler?
Probably did. If he had light blue hair, then that's him.
Yo, he looked just like him, though.
Well, that's probably because it was his brother you were looking at.
Yeah, I'm like, wait, that's Dolph Ziggler. I have to take a second look. I'm like, yo, Dolph Ziggler's on AEW since when? Yeah, that's how good I have to tell you about. He has a blue jacket on. All right, go ahead. Yeah, I think you know what I like after the match. My favorite part was after the match when Matt Riddle he was so mad that he went and attacked the Usos.
He attacked the Usos fight them one-on-one after he was watching backstage.
Yeah, he got jumped. Well,
that's kind of what happens when you try to jump 3 against 1.
Mm-hmm.
But that was pretty much everything discussed up tonight on SmackDown. Everything that happened, and we will all be looking forward to the amazing, I'm not going to say amazing, but a decent pay-per-view that is Hell in a Cell. I know I said Premium Live event earlier. It's just easier to say pay-per-view. It's what we're all used to. So I'm going to put
pay-per-view.
I mean, if we're paying for Peacock, use it for $4.99 a month, then we're still paying.
Premium live events are better.
It's each their own. Yeah, I agree, Jeffrey. It wasn't up to par for me. Oh, look who's here. Hi, Mike. We missed you.
Hello, Mike Riggs.
But let's put up some plugs before we say good night to everybody. Every Monday at 6 o'clock, we have Perfect Plex Talk Radio, the show for the intelligent wrestling fan with Mike Knoxxx and the Z is Silent. After that, at around 11 after Raw's over, you have Big Daddy Cool and the executive consultant talking about the longest WWE network running show. And if it were an hour shorter, it'd be Better Kept Up With and possibly be the A show, but that's SmackDown's job. Tuesdays, you can catch Bad Guy Jack, who, by the way, is at AwesomeCon with his UPRE co-host, See the Superior, and they're having a fun time. Catch them on Instagram, on their reels, stories, all that fun stuff. But like I was saying, you can catch Bad Guy Jack and Captain Shakespeare talking about all things NXT 2.0 on Tuesdays. Wednesdays, you have AEW with Divine Intervention and All Elite Joker. And on Fridays, you have myself and Patrick talking all things SmackDown. And of course, one of the commercials that we played was for UPRE. They will be reviewing and talking about Shrek 2, which is personally my favorite of the franchise. Not sure which day they'll be discussing this one, but catch it on the UPRE channel. And we didn't play the commercial for this one, which I'll probably play in a little bit. But they will also be reviewing the movie The Mist. And I shall do that right now.
Something in the mist! Shut the doors! Shut the doors! What's going on?
It's death.
And that's everything you're going to be catching. And also UPR Gaming and upcoming UPR Sports, which apparently we're also working on. Any final words you want to say, Patrick?
Wait, but are we going to do the review for Hell in a Cell? No.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I almost forgot.
Yeah. That's what I was just about to use. Right.
We have
six
quite a
matches
bit
about. We have 6 matches for Hell in a Cell. You want me to lead it? And I can lead the Hell in a Cell matches. I'm
just trying to pull up the match card so I can see which ones it is.
So we're not going to just go by order.
No, I'm just pulling up what I find.
All right, cool. Let's go. We got the first match. Well, I don't know. We got Cody Rhodes versus Seth freaking Rollins. Who do you think is going to win?
Well, Seth has the upper hand, being in quite a few matches in Hell in a Cell. Cody, not so much, but he has been in some pretty crazy matches in the other company, to the point where he's bled profusely, which they don't allow on this side of the spectrum. But I feel that possibly Cody could win his first match, but I feel like Seth Rollins is going to do something very conniving to win. Since you can pretty much do anything. So I feel like it might be Seth this time around again.
I think so too. I have a feeling that Seth is going to get it, only because Cody Rhodes, he's 2-0, and that's making Seth Rollins look weak. If Seth Rollins don't want to go 3-0, that could put him in a bad resume. You know, who do I want to? I want Cody Rhodes to win, but I think that Seth Rollins is going to pick up the W. He's going to find anything in his possible way to beat him up viciously. This match is going to be good. I'm excited. I really am excited for this match because
they know how to put bangers.
Especially for Monday, that was a big fight. I wish I was there. I was at the arena so I could just break it up. Man, no, stop. I would say let them fight. I'll chant that out. Let them fight. Let them fight. Let them fight. So guys in the chat, who do you think will win the match? Cody or Seth Rollins? Cody, he can't lose now if he wants to win championship. Seth can afford it. Okay. That's a good answer.
Not a bad one. Who do you got? Which match do you got next to talk about?
Next, let's talk about Omos and MVP versus Bobby, the almighty Bobby Lashley. Who you got?
I got Omos and MVP winning because Lashley is at a disadvantage with those two in that damn ring, and if they're put in a cage, that's going to be even worse.
Yeah, anything can happen. No, they're not going to be put in a cage. I hope not. Anything can happen. I think Bobby Lashley's still going to pick up the W. It's going to be an okay match. I kind of like it. This Omos character, this new changes him with MVP by his corner. I'm thinking that Bobby Lashley's going to pin MVP. And then that can still make Omos strong because he didn't get the pin. That's not going to do but I still think that Bobby's going to win. He's going to break MVP half. He's going to break him in half. And then maybe at the next pay per view at Money in the Bank, it's gonna be Bobby and Omos one more time in a fourth count anywhere match, or the next night on Raw fourth count anywhere match. But I think Bobby's gonna win this one.
Well, we shall see. Then we
Who do you
have.
think?
Well, I said Omos and MVP
Yes, you
possibly.
did. Guys in the chat, who do you think is gonna win? Omos or Bobby? Omos and MVP or Bobby Lash Lee? Bobby went by penny. I said the same thing.
So then we'll have Bianca versus Becky Lynch versus the Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka, for the Raw Women's Championship.
You know who I'm going for?
Bianca Belair.
Hold on, wait. Give me 2 minutes.
Oh, I know what he's doing. I know what he's getting. I mean, it's the fair, obvious, most reasonable choice. We all love Asuka, but right now her thing is against Becky to stop her from stop her from winning. So I say Bianca.
Now continue on.
Well, I said Bianca's gonna win. I think it's the smartest choice they can make. Plus, the
It's-
people still love her.
Yeah,
She's
one of
still
my
over with
favorites.
the fans as a babyface champion.
This is gonna win.
Yeah, I
You
had
see
a
that?
feeling you were gonna grab those. I saw you put those up online.
This is gonna win. She's gonna win. You see? Zoom in on this, right and clear. For you marks out there, this is gonna win. Bianca Belair. She's gonna. Yep. Zoom in on that.
Well, I zoomed in on the
Zoom
wrong
in on
one.
this.
That's
Zoom in on
fine.
me. For all you marks out there, zoom in on this one. She gonna win. Yes, Bianca Belair. She's gonna win everything. Yes, Bianca Belair. You see that? Woo.
Look, we even got Elvis agreeing with us on that. That's something.
Yeah, Bianca Belair. She's gonna win. She's one of my favorites right now. They better not fuck her up. Excuse my F.
You mean like with SummerSlam?
Yeah. If they mess up, I'm boycotting WWE. I'm not gonna watch WWE for a whole entire year for the rest of the year.
So does that mean you're gonna join all Divine Intervention, all Lead Joker watching
I
AEW?
I'm gonna watch AEW and Impact Wrestling.
And
Impact
you'll also
Wrestling,
go watch Rampage after SmackDown?
facts. Impact Wrestling doing pretty good with their women's division.
I mean, with some of the talent they got now.
Mia Yim, she's doing really well for herself. My favorite one is Deonna Purrazzo.
You can't go wrong
What
with
she
Bianca
does?
Purrazzo.
She's taking titles and beating up people like that. That's what she does.
Speaking of people that beat up other people like that, we got Kevin Owens versus Ezekiel. We all know how much Kevin Owens likes to fight.
Yes. Kevin Owens going to stop a mud hole in Kevin Owens. He's going to stop a mud hole in Ezekiel. And he's going to expose it. He is going to expose. Listen to this. The keyword is expose. Expose Elias for who he is. He's going to really expose him. Elias. That's how bad he's going to beat him up. He's going to beat Ezekiel into Elias. He's going to beat him up so badly, make him Elias. That's not.
Yeah, Kevin Owens is going to beat the crap out of Ezekiel.
He had enough. He had enough of his BS. He going to do like this. Finish him off.
Another unanimous decision. That's a big one. Especially from Elvis. But we also have the United States Championship. A match that should have happened at WrestleMania, but whatever. With Austin Theory versus Mustafa Ali.
Who I think is going to win? Austin Theory.
I'd rather have Mustafa win because
I like Austin Theory.
I'd rather Mustafa win because Theory annoys the crap out of me, but because of how much Vince McMahon loves him, they're going to have him still be the champion.
I like Austin
The
Theory.
youngest United States champion, even though he doesn't defend that title for shit.
I like Austin Theory. My favorite part of Austin Theory is like when he takes selfies. I put them on social media. I'll be like, yo, this is a good character.
It's stupid.
I'm going to go to Austin Theory. He's gonna beat him up, or it's gonna be a good match. Mustafa Ali, he's gonna get a couple of hits, and then then Austin Theory, he's gonna at the end of the night, Austin Theory, he's gonna prevail, and then after he beat him up, senseless, he's gonna take selfies. That's gonna make it tight. He gonna take selfies of his beat down.
Yippee. And we have the mixed tag match between Finn Balor, AJ Styles, and Liv Morgan against the Judgment Day. As much as I like Finn Balor, AJ Styles, and Liv Morgan, I feel like they're going to have the Judgment Day win again.
Judgment Day too
Being a
brutal.
strong dominant force.
I love AJ and Finn Balor and Liv Morgan, but Judgment Day is way too brutal. They're on a rampage.
Yeah,
So
they
I'm
are.
gonna
That's
be
why I
safe
say like
and
they're
I'm
going to
gonna
win. And I have a feeling that possibly the fourth member is going to interfere somehow in the match and reveal themselves to be in Judgment Day. I mean, they had it with Damian Priest the first time at WrestleMania. They had it with Rhea Ripley in Backlash. They could possibly have it again in Hell in a Cell.
Interesting.
I mean, with all the people that Edge has been putting up on Twitter to pick who could be in there, like he put up Paige, and I was thinking to myself, Paige is such a good talker. Why didn't they just have her come out and be Ronda's manager? They have her in WWE still. She's not doing anything since her big neck injury from a few years back. Why not?
Yeah. That makes sense. That makes sense.
And then we have the match added tonight. A no-holds-barred match with Happy Corbin and Madcap Moss.
I think Madcap Moss is gonna win. Especially look at his temper. Whew.
Yeah, he's going to do the same thing that Mansoor did to Mustafa Ali at Crown Jewel last year, and that is Madcap Moss is going to destroy the crap out of Corbin. What he couldn't do tonight, he's going to do on Sunday.
Yeah, he's gonna finish with Corbin. Look like Corbin's gonna be the one who's taking the ride to the ambulance and to the funeral home.
He's going to be the one going to the ICU.
Yeah, I
Of course,
agree.
Elvis would pick Corbin. They both like bad jokes.
Mm-hmm.
And then there we go. So that's our personal predictions for Hell in a Cell. Meanwhile, everybody in UPR is going to vote, and whoever gets the most correct of what happens on Sunday will become the new UPR champion. Who will it be? I don't know. Here's something else, Patrick. Anyways, I had a nice time as always with Patrick, and I had a nice time with all of you. And I wish you all a good night.
High five.
And as Bad Guy Jack says, that's all, folks.
That's all, folks.